I'm going to show you how I've been using RhythMachine to inspire some new grooves. So basically I have it set in pitch mode. If you are interested in this, if you wait till the end of the video, I'll show you the exact configuration I have for it. But basically it's creating 4 beats and then repeating them, and it's picking between 2 notes and using all the 16th note permutations. And then I'm just interpreting that and seeing what ideas it inspires for playing a groove. And if I hit the N key, it's going to move onto a new pattern, a new random pattern, and then I'll work with that for a while and move on again. So that's the basic idea, and I'm being pretty obvious with those things. But those are grooves that I would not have come up with had I not had this playing. It's stuff that's kind of obscure for me. And I think if you then took away the melodic part there and just took that groove and said to your band, hey, try writing something around this, then it might be a good place to start coming up with some new ideas. So now to make it a bit more interesting, I'm going to add some triplets into the mix. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see what we get next. That's all straight 16th, so let's go for something again. So you can see actually on RhythMachine it tells you up here what the rhythm it's playing is. So ones are accents and zeros we're not hearing. But you can see that it's 16ths and then triplets for the second beat and 16ths again for 3 and 4. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm not going to drag it out and out, but there's all sorts of other things you can change on here. Lots of different settings to make grooves more interesting, and you can put it in drum mode and actually have it play these grooves for you. So that's playing between the kick and the snare, and if you want you can have it play the zeros, which is all the notes in between, on the hi-hat. Would sound like this. So then you have a kind of linear groove. And there's, like I say, there's lots of things you can change in here. If you keep watching, I'm going to show you all the configuration I've got for this, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what you can do with it. So if you want to get a copy of RhythMachine, you'll find it on my website, which is joecrabtree.com/software. Thanks for watching, and if you want to check out the configuration, keep watching. Okay, so this is the setup I used for this video. I say 1,000 bars up here, which just means that this thing here is almost never going to expire. Create 4 beats and repeat it 100 times, and again that means it's going to create a 4-beat pattern, and essentially it's probably going to repeat it until you hit the end key, unless you're sitting there for a long time. I've muted the sequencer, and I've got the cowbell click on here, which is just a quarter note click. I was using, to begin with, 8th notes and 16th notes, and then I pushed up the triplet slider at the end. And all of these sliders are basically the different possibilities. So these light blue ones here are 16th note permutations. So this one, M, is the E and A would be played. And this one here is the 1 E and the A would be played. And then triplet wise here, that's the middle of the triplet. So you can adjust these sliders, and they are probability sliders. So if they're all at the top, then there's an equal probability that they will all be chosen. If one of them's at 0, then you will never get that one. And then all the different levels in between. There's also quintuplet ones down here, which is kind of more advanced, but you can have some really interesting sounding patterns. This here with the orchestration, the zeros and the ones, I started off with the volume of that at 0 so that it wasn't playing the zeros. And over here I began in pitch mode, and I had all of the root notes set to C, and then the chords set to +1/5. If you chose, for example, a major chord or a minor chord or one of these triads, then the notes being played would be picking from 3 sound sources instead of just 2. And if you just had it set to root, then you would only hear a single note. And then in the octaves area, I have the -1 octave all the way up and all the others down. Again, when the rhythm up here is being chosen, it chooses from whatever you've got here, C root, and then within these octaves. So if you have them all up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 octaves up, then it would pick from 7 possible Cs on the piano. If you've only got 1 octave up, then there's only 1 C to pick from. In drum mode, you can choose which sound sources you want the rhythms to be played on. So this is if you're playing it on the snare and the kick. If you wanted some toms to be in there, you can put the probability of those up. And then that's the basic settings. So there's other things you can do with it. But if you set it up like that, then you can replicate what I just showed you in the video. So again, you'll find it at joecrabtree.com/software.